Let it flow and let it grow. You know your beard's getting long when you have to pull it out from the seat belt when you get in your car. That's kind of fun. Kind of a pain, but a unique pain. I can think of worse things to be plagued by. Hey, listen, in another life I was known as a master networker. I want to tell you about that. I want to help you be that in about 5 minutes. This is my ride home. It's a Friday night. My bearded brothers and sisters. Hopefully not bearded sisters. Here's the deal. In another world, I used to host networking events, and I was the guy greeting people at the door. And I always ask this question: who do you need to meet? Who do you need to meet? And I connected people. I became what Malcolm Gladwell calls a connector. And that's one of my things. I even used my chair as a connector. If I have people who sit in my chair and they have a certain need, if a guy has a company and he's looking for an accountant, and then a week later I have an accountant sit in my chair, guess what? Guess what I do? I connect them. I meet their needs. So I'm always gathering data, okay? Remember what I said, that there's two things that I do: gather data, give hope, and then when in doubt, gather data. So I'm not nosy and I'm not prying, but I'm genuinely interested in the people who sit in my chair. So the chill chair is actually a connector's chair. It serves a purpose. But let's get back to the networking thing. Who do you need to meet? Why do I ask that? This is why. Because that kind of information can be leveraged beyond what you can imagine right now. It is worth more than any, like, I cut your hair, you give me money. I trim your beard, you give me money. But when I connect you with someone who can change your life or show you opportunity, that's worth so much more. And it's my gift to you. My brain works that way. I automatically connect people who have needs. All of that being said, for one reason, and that reason is this: you are always one person away from the one person who can change your life. You might not know the person who can change your life, but you know someone who knows them. So you're always one person removed away. That's why you need to have business cards with what? Your picture on them. You go to a networking event, you hand out a card that's just got your name printed on it. The next morning, people go through their stack of cards. Guess what? They don't remember you because no one stores that information. If your business card has your picture on it, guess what? As they're going through the business cards from last night's networking event or meetup group or something, they see your card with your picture on. They go, oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, that woman. You want that to happen because the onus or the responsibility is on you. If somebody doesn't remember your name, it's not their fault, it's your fault. Your responsibility is that people know you. So in other words, if they don't know you, you need to take full responsibility for people knowing who you are, no matter what your industry is. So why do I ask, who do you need to meet? Because you're one person away from the one person that can change your life. And here's a fact. What is a mountain to one person is a phone call to another. You hear me? What is a mountain to one person is a phone call to another. I have a client very high up in the TV world, in the sports world, one of the top sports executives living. Friend, client. If you wanted to meet with him, you might be able to get a meeting next spring or in the winter for 5 minutes to speak your mind as quick as you can and then get out. That's if you cold call him. He might give you 5 minutes 6 months from now. But since I know him, I can call him and say, hey John, I got this person and I really think you would benefit. You have to hear what they got to say. This is, they've got to tell you this opportunity. It's incredible. I think it's incredible. Can you give the guy 20 minutes of your time? Can you meet him for coffee? Can you meet her for coffee? Oh, George, absolutely, no problem. What was a mountain to you was a phone call for me. So who do you need to meet? You need to meet the one person who knows the one person that can change your life. That's how you become a master of networking. Another thing you do is every phone now has a camera on it. When you go to networking events, hey, can I take your guys? Like 2 or 3 people are like clustered, talking. You know, hey, let me get your picture, guys. You know, and everyone kind of like puts their drinks down. They look at the camera and they smile. You know, and then you upload it to a Facebook page, or you send it to the, hey, give me your number. I'll text you the picture. And then when you're done taking the picture, you take your phone over to them, show them the picture, expand it. You expand it and say, are you happy with that picture? Well, no, actually my eyes are closed. All right, well, let's take it again. If you take nice pictures of people having a good time at networking events and you upload it to that organization's website or Facebook page, that type of thing, carries a lot of weight. Carries a lot of weight, because this little phone right here is such a bridge builder. Use it. Use it to your advantage. It's so important. That's probably one of the most important pieces of business advice I could give you. I live that way. Now, for me, when I go somewhere, I dress a little bit eccentric. I'm not the kind of guy that is like camouflage. I don't disappear into the woodwork. I'm wearing suspenders. I'm wearing a top hat. I'm wearing a derby. I got this big wizard beard. I can go to a happy hour, sit at a bar, have 10 business cards in my pocket, where I'm just like having like a beer and an appetizer, you know, and just chit-chatting with people next to me for a couple hours. By the end of that hour to 2 hours at a happy hour, or just going somewhere and having a drink or whatever, I will have passed out 5, 6, up to 10 cards to people who usually end up in the chill chair, or doing business with me somehow, or connecting with me on LinkedIn. I also think that my beard is like a giant business card in a sense, because I could be in a networking group with 200 people, and even the best dressed, most handsome guy in the room is not going to get the attention that the guy with the big beard is going to get. Make that beard white, all of a sudden everybody wants to know, who is the guy with the big white beard? If you just have a big brown beard, big red beard, big black beard, whatever, and it's well trimmed, well groomed, because remember, a well groomed, well taken care of beard is the new clean cut. Remember I said that? You don't have to be clean shaven to be clean cut anymore. You just have to be well groomed. And if that means just shoring up the old wild beard a little bit for a networking event, then do it. I don't like putting stuff in my beard. Well, then I guess you don't like money, do you? If you look good, that means you look approachable and people want to know who you are. And you look interesting. Beards are interesting. Even though they're trendy, they're interesting. So like I said, I wear my business card on my face. I can show you times when I shaved this off. I like my clean shaven face. I'm not hiding anything. But when I shave this off, my business goes down. When I grow this back, my business comes right back up. I talk to the man that manages the store that I work in a mall. I work in a damn mall. I work in a damn mall. I said, how much of my business comes from YouTube? Because we track where people come from. He says about 70%. 7 out of 10 people that sit in the chill chair come to where I work because they saw me on YouTube. You tell me what other form of advertising, what other form of promotion and marketing works at a 70% rate? It works. So do you need to start a YouTube channel? I'm happy to subscribe to it. If you start a channel with your content I want to be the first one to subscribe. I want to be the first one to make a comment. I want to be the first one to pat you on the back and say, job well done. Because when the army of average gets woken up, they're unstoppable. You can do it. I believe in you. Now get out there and do it. Have a good one. Good night.